Hey everybody, Mr. Chosen66 here. I am coming at you again with mission 14 of the Thief Gold Let's Play. This is the second to last mission. We are almost at the cusp of the end of the game. Lost for words there. So without further ado, we're going to find out what we need to do now that we've escaped Constantine's mansion. Here we go.
This was not the way things were supposed to go. Constantine has the eye, and my eye, and I doubt he has anything wholesome planned for it. The Trickster is real after all. I don't think anyone but those crazy hammers really believed in the old gods. Those crazy hammers. You know, it wouldn't hurt to have a few dozen heavily armed fanatics on my side just about now. If I drop by their temple and explain things, maybe they'll be so distracted by the Trickster's return that they'll forget to hold a grudge. And even if they don't, I know how to get out of Crag's Cleft prison already.
Alright, so as you can see, we need to go to the Hammer Temple, talk to the Hammerites, and see if we can get any more information regarding the Trickster and how to defeat him. This will be the last time we get to shop. As you can see, we're not going to have a lot of cash to play with because I did miss a lot of the gold in the last mission. I'm going to go ahead and max out on water arrows, the flash bombs, and it's not going to leave me with much left over. Really not a lot I can buy other than maybe a moss arrow. So, yeah. I'm kind of kicking myself that I didn't buy more or spend more time on the last mission getting that stuff, but again, I really hate the last mission, so it's always kind of this way with me and mission 14.
I have a bad feeling about this.
As usual, shit's gonna hit the fan pretty quickly. As you can see, the dead guards, Hammer Temple's completely
What happened here?
messed up from the
Where are all the Hammerites?
So, yeah, you can take a shot in the dark as to who showed up and decided to do the hammers a piece of the mind. So we're gonna have to sneak in here, try to figure out where the hammers are, and try not to get killed by the Trickster's forces. A lot easier said than done. This mission's kind of a pain in the ass. Excuse me. But not as much as mission 13, in my opinion. And I am again doing this mission, recording this mission post playthrough. I actually recorded this during the week while my wife was home, and then doing the audio commentary now again. For me, I think it's going to work out a lot better this way with my office setup, as well as my free time and personal life. So, if it's a big deal, let me know. I can definitely try to make sure I do it the other way. It's just I feel that I can get more videos done this way than if I was to do them while live gaming. I'm still going to do live gaming. I've got a couple other videos I'm going to be doing where I'm going to be working on that as well. You'll see here I completely missed that spider. There's a new type of spider in this mission, the red spider. They spit poison. The web you first. They give about 4 stacks of web, which you can left click on the mouse to remove, or jump up and down to remove. But while you're being webbed, they will...
Looks like Constantine got here before
poison
me.
does a lot of damage. It hurts. So you really don't, unlike the green spiders, you don't want to fuck with these guys. My arrow game is going to be completely off in this playthrough. I can't hit spiders to save my life for some reason. The next mission, there's a whole bunch of them, and I waste so many broadheads. I'm sorry. I got no sleep last night. So I'm a little yawny. I'm gonna try not to do that anymore on this recording. But well, my wife woke me up about 3 a.m. We had an issue with our nephew. She had to go to the ER she's a nurse. So she went to the ER to kind of make sure that he was being taken care of. I got little to no sleep. I had real bad dreams. Dreams are weird, I will tell you that. Kept dreaming. Every time I'd get back to sleep, I'd have a nightmare that I'm in hell. But then I'd wake up again, and then go back to sleep and dream I was in hell, but it'd be a completely different version of hell than the previous dream was. Never had dreams like that before. And as you can see, these, back to the game, these red spiders take a lot of arrows if you don't sneak attack them. They burn through a good handful of our broadheads here. And I will say on this playthrough, there, I remember from when we broke in here to get the air talisman, there was a whole downstairs area with living quarters, a vault, that kind of stuff. I'm actually going to skip all of that. I'm sticking mostly to the top floor for this run. There's no gold to be had. There will be no shop for the next mission, so there's really, except for item like more weapons, water arrows, broadheads, that kind of stuff, there's really no reason to go downstairs unless you're just a completionist and want to just completely explore the level, which is fine. There's another red spider down there. There's a couple suicide frogs. I think there's 2 red spiders actually. Some suicide frogs and 2 ratmen patrolling down there. So if you decide you want to go down there, please do so. There's actually an alternative way to get into the temple. If you ran past the turn where we did to go to the gate, what'll happen is there's another path that goes past. If you just keep going to the right of the gate and just keep going, there's another path that'll lead you to a wall that you can actually climb up, and then you can jump over the wall into the temple itself. I actually think you probably could do that in the air temple. I might have to go revisit that. I'm not sure. And you'll notice that I haven't really been doing much. I believe I got caught up on my cell phone, and I don't know how to edit the video per se. I'm still learning how to use Sony Vegas Pro. So I do apologize for the long time there, but kept you company. So that'll be the last time we have that little interruption. I'm playing very cautiously here because I don't want to have to fight the mantis dude. I don't have a lot of moss arrows. I'm trying not to alert him like I did the red spider, because you can already hear he's already in kind of like alert status because he's making those noises. Do the quick pressing of the W key here to move along, but he's further enough away that we can just go ahead and hit the tile. Still doing it again because down in the courtyard there to the right, there is another, the ratmen patrol into that courtyard. So be careful when moving around on the tile up here because they can hear it. And you'll also see there's a lot of broadheads laying around. So there is equipment to be had if you want to take the time to try and find it. Like cheese, because everyone wants cheese. Except apparently the ratmen, the mantises, and Constantine's hordes of baddies. We're quick saving because there's no shadows here. That door is locked, and there is a mantis that's going to be patrolling to the left of us. Same one, same area. This is going to be a double pick door. So we've got to be real quick and careful. Honestly, I should have dropped a moss arrow down here. But as you can see, I will be able to get past it without actually dropping a moss arrow. You can hear the little suicide frog as well. We're just waiting for Mantis Boy to run past. goes away. We move back up. And then we made a little too much noise, unfortunately. But thankfully, yeah, we really alerted him. Thankfully, he does not come down here and into this area. He actually leaves us alone. But I'm going to play it safe and just sit here in the corner in the shadow just in case he does walk in here. I think I played a little too safe sometimes. Way too safe. Like I'm willing myself to move at this point. Because I'm like, dude, just go. What were you waiting for? I like actually kind of watching myself after I recorded the video, watching myself actually play this. And just see like how long I actually take to do stuff, how hesitant I am, and how defensive of a player I am. It's interesting to watch yourself play. I definitely recommend this. Record yourself playing a game and then rewatch it, and just kind of play it like you're watching a football, like a replay of a football game, and then just pick up on like the subtle nuances of your play style. I'm playing it way too safe right now. I may have gotten wife aggro during this part. That does happen, unfortunately. And I apologize. This is... I definitely need to learn how to edit the video, and I will make a point to do that in the future. I apologize. This is very unprofessional. There we go. Now I finally start moving. I think I really was waiting for just everything to just kind of de-aggro and just calm down. Because you hear the mantis isn't making as much noise anymore. He's walking away again. There we go. Alright, so that was 2 minutes of excitement right there. Lucky you people. I decided that I'm going to go over to the storage room there, since it's not locked, obviously. And make my way into there. Again, we have to wait for the mantis from the Department of Funny Walks to mosey his way past us. Way too safe. I think I was frustrated because this was actually the second try. I actually got about halfway through this mission on the first playthrough and died while recording. So I was getting a little frustrated because I keep dying. It was just stupid mistakes that I'm making. So as you can see, we got another broadhead, another flash bomb. When I was cold, they taught hearth and roof beam. When I was hungry, thou taught of pot and cauldron. When I was beset by foes, thou taught of spear and shield. Thy hammer pounds the nail, holds the roof beam. I apparently didn't hold it long enough for me to read that. The rest of these are all from the mission where we went to the temple, when we got to the Talisman of Air. So if you want to read that book that was on the table, I think that's a new passage. I'm not entirely sure why I even thought about going that direction. There is absolutely nothing over there. Mantis was far enough away this time. I can't read that on the screen that I'm on right now. So when you guys watch this, you'll be able to read it. I'm not gonna bother. I really can't read today anyways. And as you can see, before there was that coffin laying in the middle of the room there. So I'm not entirely sure if the Trickster did this or if the Hammers did this to try and escape the Trickster. But this is where we're going, down the rabbit hole. There's going to be a lot of rat men. Some real tight corridors with lots of patrols. So as you can see, we did get a new objective, which was investigate what happened to the Hammer temple when we came to the door. I just forgot to go to it. This one is a bit special. He decides to walk into the corner here. It's fine with me. I like it when the AI gets stupid and does stuff like this. It makes my life easier. He was supposed to do a 180 and go back down the hallway he came, but for some reason decided to cut that 180 a little wide. Just double checking the floors there for any items. Because when I record this on I actually play it a lot darker than I'm actually recording. I record with a gamma setting turned a little bit up, so that way you guys can see what I'm doing. So it's not horribly dark. I like it dark. As we noticed during this playthrough, I did miss a lot of stuff on the ground just because I couldn't see it because of the gamma. On my side, when I'm playing, is set to be more realistic and dark. It's the way I like it. I don't mind if I miss something. That's my own fault for not taking the time to look. I'm certainly not adjusting it. I like the darkness. It makes me feel more in, like a part of the game. It definitely creates that ambience and atmosphere that I've grown to love with the stealth games. But you guys get the joy of actually seeing the items on the ground and probably screaming like, "What the hell are you doing? You're missing that gem right there. There's treasure. Stop it." This one almost did it. As you can see, we got 2 more now. Then we have a third one. Thankfully, he came around the corner because that could turn into a big old snafu. We'll wait for him to come down.
What's that?
And we clock him. And drag him back to the spot where we're going to be collecting all the rat men. Gotta get them all. And then we wait for the last 2. And that's actually it, I believe, for the pathing. I think there's a Mantis Man pathing around down here as well. But for the rat men, this is pretty much these 4.
Who's in there?
And then that one kind of goes stupid on us.
Nothing there.
You can't seem to find his way back, so which makes our lives a lot easier again. Yay for 90s AI. Good going, bro. Do you even path? Do you even path, bro? And then patiently waiting again. Oh, the joys of Thief. Patience. A lot of people don't like these games because of this, because you have to sit here and wait. It's not run and gun like the Call of Duty games. And I honestly wish they would go back to, they would start making more games like this. And they do have them. I mean, you have the Deus Ex games. I've played Human Revolution countless times. Absolutely love it. I have beaten it on the hardest settings, completely pacifist. I haven't killed a single person, except for the boss fights, because you have no choice but to kill the bosses in the boss fights. I'm really excited about the new game because they said that they're going to go back to the original game, which you actually have the option of talking your way out of the fight or having some way of non-violently beating the bosses, which is fantastic. And then you have like Dishonored, which is a spiritual successor to the Thief series, far more than the Thief reboot ever was, that's for sure. And yes, I know I haven't fully played the reboot of the Thief game, but I can already tell you, I know I'm not going to like it. But again, we will play it. We will give it its shot. I have played a little bit of it. I mean, it was fun to go through, but I just... it's the same gripes I have about Deadly Shadows. When they made that game, they took out... For expert mode, they took out the fact that if you're on the hardest difficulty, you can't kill anyone. And to me, that kind of is the essence of Thief. The fact that they allowed you to be able to kill people even on the hardest difficulty was, in my opinion, ridiculous. And it wasn't just like, you couldn't kill servants, but you could still kill guards, which I think was stupid. The whole point of the game is to be a thief, not a killer. We got a green spider in there, trying to figure out where that rat dude is at. He finally comes waddling into this room. And gets stuck in a barrel. And I'm gonna wander around this area and try to figure out where the hell I am going, which right now, I'll tell you right now, is down those steps. Yep, that right there is the way where we want to go. But I decided to detour, start looking around. Another spider. Quickly move to shadows to get a little closer so I don't have to try and long range this arrow. Blammo! And apparently he had a friend. A red one! Yay! Thankfully it's stupid and it doesn't see me yet, even though I'm pegging it in the face. And you'll notice the audio goes off from the right ear. So it sounds like there's a spider, like I'm attacking a spider that's on my right hand side. And thankfully it was just that spider. You see me look down there just to make double sure. Because that was really weird that all the audio went right into my left ear, or right ear. That right there is a chisel. Definitely make a point to come and collect this. This is an option. This is a secondary objective that's going to pop up later. So you're just going to save yourself a little bit of time in terms of backtracking if you just grab it now. I will say that we are going to backtrack back to the very beginning because there is another objective you end up getting. They basically kill all the mantis men. And yeah, I ended up activating that objective. So I ended up having to go back to the very beginning and taking out that mantis that we left alone up in the temple. And here I completely forget where I'm supposed to be going, even though the ramp was in the room. So I decided to come in here and fuck that up. Thankfully it didn't take many to bring him down. It was really just a waste of arrows because there's nothing in there. Except one dead hammerite. Pick him up to see if there's anything hiding underneath his body. Nope, just dirt. Just dirt, Bert. Then we go down. And this mission actually isn't very large. It's actually a very short mission. It just takes us a while because I'm playing it very, very, very cautiously. I always have problems around this part whenever I play it. And this is actually the first time where I managed to get past this pathing rat guard here that's down below us without having to fire like a ton of moss or a ton of broadhead arrows into him and actually have to fight him. So you notice there was a path, as we came down in here, there was a path to our right that leads to a door. Unfortunately, we can't get past the door unless we have a key. In order to get the key, you have to go this way. So you're kind of limited in terms of how you tackle this mission. It's kind of it's definitely a more linear mission this time around. You can hear another suicide frog down here. Trying to figure out if he's in that room, which I don't believe he is. I believe he is off in the big room. But again, I'm leery of those damn suicide frogs. I always have a hard time hitting them. Fired off a quick save. because I think the rat's going to path into here, and thankfully he doesn't. There's the wood beam goes out in like kind of like a cross fashion. The rat will go left to right, left, right, up, then left, right, up. You'll see here. I tried to put out the fire, create some more shadow. Unfortunately, didn't work. Still leery about that stupid rat because I don't want to get in a sword fight with him, as we saw in the previous video. But quickly risk it because he can't really see you from there. Run into here. There's a moss arrow in the pedestal here. Fire arrow in there, and across the way are going to be the last two elemental rooms with air and water. So we'll get a gas and a water arrow. And of course, that ended up aggroing the rat and the mantis men that are down below. So now they're kind of in alert status. So he goes right, left. You're shadowed pretty good here. Like he does not see me. Doesn't even aggro. Even though I am technically visible. According to the light gun, he should be able to see me. And for some reason he does not. That's fine with me. So just wait him out, wait for him to go up. Let the flashbang out just to be on the safe side. And I think that did kind of alert the suicide frogs. So I drag him back to the other room. Apparently thinking that was going to alert everyone, they're going to come running up on me. Because there is a path down to them from up here. So you definitely want to be careful on that. Here I try to take out the suicide frogs. And yeah, my bow skills suck. Can never hit these damn things. I think at one point I contemplated actually pegging the rat and I went broadheads. The thing is, every time I get a clear shot with just them, I keep missing the damn frog, or the frog jumps out of line of sight. Of course, you can't hold the bow down. You can't zoom in with the bow forever. Your strength will fade. I was trying to see if I had any mines. Unfortunately, I don't. There we got lucky. We got lucky and got two frogs for the price of one, because one blows up and the other one's close enough to it. So there's one more frog left, mantis men, and the rat dude.
I've had enough of this.
Unfortunately, I didn't. I was hoping to get the rat and the mantis with the same arrow, and unfortunately, it just didn't work out that way.
Watches for strangenesses.
If you listen carefully, you can hear the hammers. I actually they alerted them too.
Returns
With
to
the
the
explosion.
earth, you do. Something's go on. Intruders sneak about.
So now we're going to play the, hey, let's try killing the frog and completely miss him because I really do suck with the bow all of a sudden. Finally. I'm really not impressed with my bow play in this. And then here we'll drop down with flash bomb ready because, yeah, we're pretty much going to have to flash bomb him. I think I'm waiting for him to turn around. I don't know why I bothered to do that, because I should have known better. It's sort of easy, but there was no blackjacking him. And thankfully we got a majority of our broadheads back because this is ground, and ground is soft, and it's good for arrows. So this is where the Hammerites that have managed to escape the Trickster have holed up. They have kind of walled themselves off here. As you can see, their brothers and sisters in arms died protecting them. So as you can see, we got the destroy all insect beasts objective because we knocked the one out. I believe we would have gotten it had I knocked the one upstairs out. And I wish I kind of had, because it's just extra running around we gotta do. Kind of a leap of faith. There's just an invisible floor, so just walk straight out and walk back again. And then the water room. Just swim down into the well here. Actually leads to a nice open area. Get you water. I'll jump back up and out. Easy peasy. So some free arrows. And then there's two paths down. Nope, just one. I'm sorry. Dead end there. The path down to the Hammerites is right here. Of course, taking my time because I'm afraid I'm gonna aggro something. But there's
Vigilance is our shield that protects us from the squalid past. Knowledge is
Ah,
our
'tis thee,
with which we
the
carve a
master
path
thief.
to an enlightened future.
There is scant time to explain. The tricksters, foul beasts, have captured our high priest, and if we cannot retake him alive, all shall be lost.
Also, our enemies hold the builder's chisel, which thou must recover.
And the builder
We
said,
lack thy skills of stealth and treachery, and our enemies must surely kill him should we make a bold attempt.
Take this key and mask and go. May the builder guide your
Now it always freaks me out because every time you play this, no matter what difficulty you're on, but once it gets down towards the end of it, once it gets to the end of the speech, the hammers will start fighting. They'll start going into how, you know, like, oh my god, we're being attacked, and I always, every time it always gets me because I always think they're pissed at me. All of a sudden they're coming for me, and I'm like, what did I'm helping you guys. What the hell? They're actually being attacked by rat mice. So you hear them fighting off the hordes of the Trickster there. But it always gets me every time. I'm just like, oh my god, what did I do to piss you guys off? I mean, yeah, I let the Trickster give the Trickster back his power, but I'm like, come on, let's not go to extremes here. So we do already have the chisel. That chisel you pick up is the chisel. You don't get credit for it until you return the High Priest to the hammers. And we will not be going back to that spot. That is not the spot where you return the High Priest. You'll see what I mean when we get further in here. But he gives you the map to the underground catacomb area as well as the key to the store. Which leads into this nice ringed. There's an outer ring that goes around all these rooms. And there's a bunch of dudes inside the inner rooms. Along with ratmen that patrol, one mantis men that patrols. And spiders. Go blackjack him real quick. Thankfully, it's not as it's just as tight as the upstairs area, but there's all these little alcove areas that you can dump bodies in and hide. This is a great place to go and just fire off all your water arrows. I usually just create a giant ring of the outer ring is just one big area of shadows. Then I can strike into each room from here at my leisure. David Leisure. Long range water bomb. Also, if you go back and you listen to the Hammerite who's giving you the objectives, the voice changes when they ask you for the chisel because I'm on a different difficulty mode. I'm on expert, so the chisel is actually something I believe that only shows up on expert. Not entirely. I want to say that's it because I don't remember having that happen when I played on. Sorry, my cat's on the table. I don't remember the chisel ever coming up on normal. I'm pretty sure you don't have to get on easy. But again, I don't play those modes all that often anymore, so could be wrong. There's really no reason to knock out all these torches. I'm just doing it because I have water arrows to spare. This is going to lead down.
This looks like it'd make a good escape route for me and the High Priest.
So, right there, he mentioned that that's an escape route. Essentially, what you do is drop in the water and ride that to the area that you need to drop off the High Priest at. There's actually, and how I'm going to take the High Priest, there's another route that you can take. Lift there, a little shake and bake from the Rat Man. And a high dodge skill. Stupid spiders. I don't think there's any more spiders. But now I'm taking my time because I remember there was that mantis man who was patrolling through here. So now I'm trying to take my time in between rooms. There he is. You can hear him. Because I do not want to have a fucking sword fight him. As we learned last mission, sword fighting the mantis man sucks. But then we can hear spiders as well. Right back to where we began. So I figured go for it. And nope. Because he didn't pass as close to the door as I wanted him to. He actually hit that circle of light pretty hard. So he's going to come back this way. Of course, that's going to piss off the spider. So now we gotta wait for him to show up. And of course, it's another red one. I really am just knocking out of the park with these red ones. I mean, like, you really want to try and sneak attack these guys because, as you can see, they just absorb. They're spider pincushions. They do nothing but absorb arrows. Thankfully, there aren't many of them in the next mission. I think there's like one or two in the final mission. Here, I'm trying to find the way down. Stupid spider. And there he got me with the webs. So as you can see, I'm jumping, trying to get that stuff off of me. Thankfully he ran, because normally their next thing is to hit you with the purple poison dart. And we got lucky. Dumbass here decided to walk into a halo of flies. Because you remember from Mission 2, down in the Bone Horde, or Mission 3 actually, down in the Bone Horde, I walked into one, like right off the bat, there was a halo of flies around one of the dead zombie. If you touch it, you get injured. So that actually works on the enemies as well. If they walk into that, they end up dying. This is the tough part of this area. Really, the fires, the two I took out here, the first one I took out really wasn't worth it. This one was, but there's a lot of ragmen down here in pairs. Each room has 2. The room with the high priest has 3, and that's actually the room that was to the right of us as we came down here. But we're going to take the long way around to get to him, because we can actually get to him without having to mess with a lot of these rat dudes. Although I'll end up clearing a few of them out. But because they're standing so close to the fires, if you take the fires out, you do have a chance of this happening. Where they just all of a sudden like decide, oh hey, I'm gonna get really pissed off and look around because you took out my fire, which I'm now going to pretend that I'm still staring into. They're so weird. So weird. These 2 we will need to take out. That door right there, that door is going to lead down to the area where we can drop off the priest. We can either go via the waterway, or if you want to take the time to do it, you can actually come down here and knock these guys out and go down the waterway, or instead of going down the waterway. There's a fairly little tunnel though, so I do recommend blackjacking these guys. This dude.
You die too, man flesh.
I was kind of hoping he wouldn't notice his friend being knocked out, but unfortunately it wasn't the case. So, the only concern here is him or him alerting his friends, and then them joining in the hunt. Which you're going to find out is going to happen when I decide to go and fulfill the objective for the insect beasts. Or the mantis men, as I like to call them.
Nobody, nothing.
Thankfully. Normally they don't de-aggro that quickly. And when I say de-aggro, I mean they essentially completely drop any knowledge that you were there or that they looked for you. Usually it takes the guards a little longer than that to kind of lose their alertness to your presence. And there's our mantis man right there, just chilling by the hearth. He's all like, hey man, I'm cool. We're cool. I'm like, yeah, mantis man, we're cool. You just chill out there, bro. You go find my high priest. I'll come back for you. I'm like, yeah, do this. That's cool. You do that. And it's been a while since I played this because I completely forgot that I was on the right track to the high priest. Decided to come down here because I couldn't remember where the high priest was. Haven't played this game in about fully played this game in about 2 years. So not making excuses, just throwing it out there. And then boom, this is where the waterway leads you. And or you can just come via this way and just drop him here. And then this is basically where we're going to end the mission.
So shall it be with all my children.
I'm looking here for water arrows for some reason. Let's make our way back up. I decided to stupidly sneak my way back the way I came.
Sees that, my brotherkin? Not this time.
I don't know why I cared. I really don't. I don't know why I cared that he noticed me. That I was like moving away from him. And right there's the high priest. There's actually a way to get to him from going around. Because, you know, again, I forgot where the high priest was. But I believe this is where I went back to go get the last insect man. That I didn't get up in the temple. And I'm not sure if you have to kill them or if you can just knock them out. I go ahead and kill them because technically they can't be blackjacked. You can only gas arrow them again. Just to kind of reiterate that. So I think you have to kill them in order to complete the objective. I know I pretty much just stab him in the face with a sword. Because screw it. If I remember correctly, I actually leave the temple and re-enter through the front door again, but I'm going to go in the way I was explaining earlier in the video via the courtyard. About to say, don't. It's a waste of a moss arrow. I was going to try and attack him from this direction, but decided that it would probably be a smart idea to go back through the front door and then take him on how I took on the red spider. But I did manage to alert one of the rat men because you could hear him kind of flipping out. You can hear him off to the left down in the garden there. I keep tapping that W and it keeps making the footstep noises. So here's what I'm talking about. I'm actually going to jump over here. And this is the alcove. This is a little wall you can jump up on and then flip over the wall into the garden. So there's actually two ways to get into the temple. Again, I'm not sure if that option is there when playing the mission where we had to steal the air talisman. And if that is the case, I might actually start doing that from now on, just to make it more of a challenge, because I wasn't actually... I wonder if they still count you as a novice, even if you have walked the front gate. I'm going to test that out. And here, I was going to drop a bunch of moss arrows. And the problem is he saw me. He was just trying not to know. And I start getting hit because I'm walking into the fucking flies. Almost kills me. He jumps back, which means he's running. Which is fine. But thankfully I saved myself. So he actually dropped two halos there. Now I must have gotten lucky, because that should have alerted like the rat men, the spiders downstairs, and I think it did. The AI was being dumb for some reason on this playthrough, and didn't come running up the stairs to investigate like it normally does. And I believe that suicide frog is actually right below us. The sound's all messed up for some reason. But essentially, we're waiting right now for the Mantis Man to come back from that right-hand side door, so we can pop another fire arrow and kill him. So again, make sure you kill this dude, because you're gonna have to come back and repath. And here, I just don't care. I just start running because they can't run. They can't take ladders, and by the time they come out to investigate, I'm gonna be long gone. Just running back to the way I came, backtracking. I don't know why I drew the sword. Apparently you might want to draw your sword here because you might be attacked by ghost people. Thankfully no ghost people attack me. And I, for some reason, feel that I need to drop down there. What am I doing? Why am I going? Don't go this way. Someone tell me to stop. Where am I going? I think I completely forgot. I completely went like full retard here and just completely forgot how to get back the way I came. So I start wandering down here. Oh, that's because yep, because I killed the man. I had to kill the mantises. I completely forgot why I came down here. I've apparently gone full retard. So if you do knock the mantises out right there, I'm apparently just making sure he doesn't come back as a zombie. Yeah, you have to basically beat him with the sword until they stop making the crunchy noise. And then once they stop making the crunchy noise, you're good to go. They're dead. Thankfully, they don't make noise when you beat them with the sword after they're already unconscious. I know the humans do that. Alright, I almost walked into those flies again. 4 shields left, and I keep tempting fate. We're this close to finishing it, and I almost walked into that flies. Or into those flies. So now, High Priest, get the hell out of here. We're almost done.
What's these? Must have been nothing.
That's right, nothing. You just keep bopping and bopping. Where am I going? What am I doing? Quickly backtrack the way we came. Got that path all cleared out, so now we just need to take out this last mantis dude and get the High Priest. And I do recommend getting the High Priest first before you take out this last mantis dude, as you are going to see here. Once you kill him, it alerts all of them. Sorry, my cats keep jumping on the table. Because one of them wants attention. So a quick save there. Because this is a fairly lit room. But thankfully there's enough shadows right here that you can sneak up and grab the priest. All I gotta do is highlight him. There we go. It's always tense. I was freaking out right here. Thinking that one of them was gonna turn around while I was walking the lighted area. But you can pretty much grab him and sneak back out. So I recommend grabbing him and taking him down to the area where you need to drop him off at, and then coming back for that last mantis man. It makes it a little bit easier, because again, you're going to alert all of these rat men when you start striking that mantis man with the sword.
Vigilance is our shield that
It's right there, boom.
protects us from the
Give us
squalid
all the items,
past.
even the chisel. The only thing that we need to do now is go and take out the last mantisman. get confused again. There seems to be a running theme here in this mission. Joe's in 66 get confused about where the hell he's going. So, you could backstab him. But I figured, alright, well the quiet way will be to do this. Nope. That's right, because I did kill everyone else. So yes, you do have to physically kill them. So right there we aggroed all the Manus men. I only took 3 hits. I hit him a couple more times just to make sure that he's not a zombie. I probably could have snuck underneath those flies. And as you can see, we lost the completion for the chisel because we walked away from the hammers. And I can't see my screen, so I completely whiff. Just run past him and whiff. Thankfully I had enough flash bombs to handle him. Fortunately, that guy came through and I was afraid that he was going to see me and chase me down. So just go ahead and blackjack while we're at it. And that's all she wrote, folks. We are done with mission 14, so I'm going to say it right now. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe. Share this video. Help me spread the knowledge of my channel. Help me build it. I would greatly appreciate if you guys could do that. You can find me on Facebook, Mr. Joseph66. We have completed mission 14. The next video is going to be the final one. There's about $100 worth of loot. I don't know why. There's nothing we can buy next mission at all. So I don't even know why they had loot in here. But again, thank you guys. We'll see you next video when we take on the Trickster himself, Constantine. Have a good one.